Hi everyone. Today again we are going with our English class. As we have completed our second chapter and the related exercises in the last class, today we are going to start a new chapter that is really interesting and it is about space. The name of the chapter is Space Travel. Okay. Do you know space? And I think you will have some information, some knowledge about space and about astronauts and their study, everything. And the human beings, we are most interested to hear the stories and the events and the informations about space, moon, stars, and other planets. And moreover, we are most interested to get a chance to go to moon and to see what are there and how is the land area or how is the surface of the moon is. Such things is still existing in the mind of all the human beings, and whenever we get a chance to know or to get a bit of information about the moon or about the celestial bodies, about the planets, stars, etc., that will be most interesting in the case of human beings, because that space was that much such a dream of human beings to reach there, to know about the space and the members of the space, such things. Anyhow, in this chapter we are going to study about such a journey to the moon that was conducted by three well-known persons: Neil Armstrong, then Michael Collins, then Edwin Aldrin. By these three persons, they were the persons to go there first time. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about such a journey to the moon, or it is named as space travel. Okay, so in this chapter we will study about the journey conducted by them and their experiences that is going to be shared in this chapter. Then among these three well-known personalities, the first one, Neil Armstrong, who stepped first on the surface of the moon, or who is the person who landed first on the moon, Neil Armstrong. Then Michael Collins, and the other one, Edwin Aldrin. They were his companion in his journey to the moon. So we will go, or we will see in detail about them and their experiences through our chapters. Okay, let's see. Look, children, these are the astronauts. They were there in the Apollo as the first journey to the moon. They were Neil Armstrong, the first one, then Michael Collins, second Buzz Aldrin, or Edwin Buzz Aldrin. It is his complete name. So they were the three persons. Among those, Neil Armstrong, who stepped first on the surface of the moon and who did many exercises. He then ran, jumped on the surface of the moon, because that was a pleasure, very most interesting, most satisfying event, because they reached on the surface of the moon. Then that was a wonderful experience to them. Then what are the things they did there, that all we will discuss in our chapter. Okay, let's see. So our third chapter, that is space travel. Let's read. We can go through the lessons. We earthlings had always marveled at the shining balls in the dark skies, which illuminated our dark nights, made our seas rise and fall, and wondered for hundreds of years about it. What was the moon? We often wondered what was there on it. Occasionally, we wondered if it would be possible someday to go there. And then in 1969, that collective dream of humankind became the reality or became a reality. So we can see what is there. We, earthlings. Here, the word earthlings means the human beings or the things, living things, or means especially the persons living on the earth. Earthlings had always marveled. Marveled means surprised. So we are surprised at the shining balls in the dark skies. We know in the night, if we are looking to the sky, we can see many shining balls which illuminated our dark nights. Illuminated means which lighted our dark nights, made our seas rise and fall. Means, in the light of this shining balls, there will be waves in the sea. So rise and fall, and wondered for hundreds of years about it. We are seeing that and we are thinking, or we wondered about such kind of shining balls. What was the moon? We often wondered what was there on it. While seeing the moon, when we are a small baby itself, at the time of that baby or childhood itself, we are thinking, what is the moon and what is there on it? Such questions are there, or it was arise from our mind from childhood onwards. Occasionally we wondered if it would be possible someday to go there. We thought if we are getting a chance to go there, that also thought by the human beings at many times. And then in 1969, that collective dream of humankind became a reality. Anyhow, many people thought about getting a chance to go there on the moon, but with the 1969, that collective dream of humankind became a reality. Anyhow, by 1969, it was possible and human beings reached there on the moon. Okay, that was there in the first paragraph. Let's have a look at the second paragraph. Neil Armstrong of United States of America became the first man to walk on the moon. It must have been a momentous experience when the astronaut took his first step gingerly on the moon's surface. The area where the spaceship had landed was named the Sea of Tranquility. Armstrong had earlier reported that the lunar module, the Eagle's safe landing with the word Houston, Tranquility base here, the Eagle has landed. You can see Neil Armstrong of United States of America. His photo is there, the screen. So Neil Armstrong of United States of America became the first man to walk on the moon. So who walked first on the moon? Neil Armstrong. From which country? He belongs to United States of America. It must have been a momentous experience. Momentous means what? Means very important. Here momentous, not only very important, that will have an effect in the future. He walked in which year? 1969. Now itself we are thinking, or we are remembering, or we are thinking about it with such an, what we say, wondering. So here something that have importance and having some importance in the future. Such thing is called momentous. Momentous experience when the astronaut means persons walking or persons working in the space and moon or in the celestial body. They are called astronaut. Neil Armstrong, he is an astronaut. Michael Collins, he is another astronaut. Then Edwin Aldrin, he is another astronaut. So they went to the space and they worked there. They are called astronaut. took his first step gingerly. Gingerly means carefully and slowly. So they were in the space shuttle, and from there they stepped to the moon carefully and slowly. So that is called gingerly on the moon's surface. The area where the spaceship had landed was named. Their spaceship means their vehicle that was landed, the place or the area where their vehicle or their spaceship, it is called a spaceship, that was landed was named the Sea of Triangulity. That word you have to study. The place where the spaceship or their vehicle had landed was named the Sea of Triangulity. So what was the place of that name? The space of or the Sea of Triangulity. There, triangulity is having a meaning that is peacefulness or calm or peacefulness. Okay. Armstrong had earlier reported the lunar module. Lunar module means their vehicle. Lunar module, the Eagle's safe landing with the words Houston, triangulity base here. Houston, triangulity base here. The Eagle has landed. You know, the lunar module was their vehicle is lunar module. Then the landing or means something that has landed now, that was also called Eagle. Then it is safe landing with the word. He reported that Houston, triangulity base here, the Eagle has landed. No? That means that was the base or that was the landing area. There the Eagle has landed and it was named as the triangulity. Okay. Then Eagle has landed. That was reported by Neil Armstrong. So once again I will read this paragraph. Neil Armstrong of United States of America became the first man to walk on the moon. It must have been a momentous experience when the astronaut took his first step gingerly on the moon's surface. The area where the spaceship had landed was named the Sea of Triangulity. Armstrong had earlier reported the lunar module, the Eagle's safe landing with the word Houston, triangulity base here, the Eagle has landed. That was reported by whom? Neil Armstrong. When the Eagle or the lunar module was landed on the surface of the moon. Okay. Yes. Then we can move to the next paragraph. Look. As he put his left foot down, first Armstrong declared solemnly the legendary words that one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. As he stepped on the surface of the moon, he stepped with his left foot down. Down means he was in the space shuttle and a spacecraft or spaceship. From there he stepped on the surface of the moon. At that time he said, what? As he put his left foot down, first Armstrong declared solemnly the legendary words. Solemnly means what? Gravely or seriously. Then legendary words means very famous or well known for a long time, because they reached on the surface of the moon and they are landing or they are stepping down on the surface of the moon. At that time, that was a historic experience. At that time, he said the word what? That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. It was a simple step for whom? Neil Armstrong. But that was a giant leap for mankind. That was a great experience for human beings because man reached where on the moon. That way it is a giant leap. Okay. Yes. Next paragraph. Though the surface looks like snow in pictures, Armstrong described the lunar surface as being like powdered charcoal. The surface was soft and the landing spaceship left a crater about a foot deep. Though the surface looked like snow in pictures, while seeing it is just like what? Just like a snow, the surface of the moon. Okay, that photo I will show you after this reading. Everything. The snow-like surface. Then Armstrong described the lunar surface as being like a powdered charcoal. He said the surface of the moon is not like soil, it is just like a powdered charcoal, just like ash, no? Yeah, you will understand from the photo. Wait. The surface was soft and the landing spaceship left a crater about a foot deep. Surface was soft while stepping down on the surface of the moon. It was soft, but the landing spaceship, when that their vehicle, we can simply say their vehicle means their spaceship, when it was landed, it left a crater about a foot deep. If you are walking through muddy soil, your footsteps can be seen. Like that, when the spaceship landed, it made a crater. Crater means what we say, something when heavy things are landed, there will be a mark, a large bowl-shaped cavity formed on the ground, especially on a heavenly body. A large bowl-shaped cavity, because when the spaceship landed, it is soft and powdered charcoal. When the spaceship was landed there, it made a bowl-shaped cavity. Okay, that is called crater. About a foot deep, 1 foot deep, that much deep it was. So such a cavity was made on the surface of the moon. That also I will show you. Wait. Next paragraph. The historic moments on the moon were captured on television cameras installed on the Eagle, which were turned on by Armstrong. He spent his first few minutes on the moon taking photographs and soil samples just in case the mission had to be aborted and they had to leave suddenly. Okay, look, the historic moment. Historic moment means what? Because from the name itself you can understand it was really a historic moment. Means historically important, means it will be important for the years or it will be noted in the history. That much great event it is. So the historic moments means the moment there the people, Neil Armstrong is getting down on the surface of the moon. That historic moment on the moon were captured on television camera. Captured means it was shooted on the television camera that was installed on the Eagle. That camera installed means it was fixed on the Eagle. Eagle, that was the part of the vehicle that was landed. That is called Eagle. So on the Eagle, which were turned on. It was kept on by whom? Neil Armstrong. He spent his first few minutes on the moon taking photographs. First as he stepped, then soon he spent some time for taking photographs and collecting soil samples just in case the mission had to be aborted. He was doing all this as he is just going to stop. Abort means stopping. So as he is just going to stop the mission and they are going back or coming back, they had to leave suddenly. As he thinking like that, he is doing these things very faster. He was collecting soil sample, he was taking photographs as he is going to come back soon. So this was his experiences on the surface of the moon. Okay. So anyhow, today we can wind up here. Before that, I will show you the photographs of these things that we explained in this chapter. So just see what are they. Once again, these are the 3 members: Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edwin, Buzz Aldrin. So see who are they, or who are that luckiest persons who landed on the surface of the moon at the first time. Okay, then we can see, and I told you, the surface of the moon is like powdered charcoal. Look, this is that event, or this is the surface of the moon. There, Neil Armstrong is walking. Look, when we see in the picture, it is just like snow, but Neil Armstrong described the surface of the moon is not like snow, it is just like powdered charcoal. Okay, so that is also seen in the picture. After stepping on the moon, Neil Armstrong said it was a small step for man, and it was a giant leap for mankind. A small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. He said this word while stepping on the surface of the moon at the first time, like this. Look, this is the surface of the moon. There you can see the craters, some small pit or small bowl like cavity. There the spaceship had landed. Okay, this is the image of that. That also was explained in the chapter. This is also similar to that. So these are the photographs that was captured by the astronauts. They went to the space journey, or that they were, we discussed in our chapter. Okay, so the balance or the continuation of this chapter will be given on the next class. So read your textbook repeatedly and try to understand the new words especially, and try to get the meaning of the chapters or the sentences clearly while watching the video repeatedly and also while reading the textbook repeatedly. Okay children, so do these things very well and try to follow or try to understand the chapter without the help of Malayalam meaning. Okay, thank you. Try your level best, and if you have doubt you can contact me. So study very well and try to achieve a higher level of success. Thank you children. Okay.